Two people have been arrested after a bizarre home invasion, robbery, and kidnapping happened on the 14,000 block of Pine Street in Westminster. Investigators say the victims were then driven to a hotel in Costa Mesa before they managed to escape. Eyewitness News reporter David Gonzalez is live in Westminster with the latest. David?
Ellen, Westminster police tell us that this was not a random attack. They say this was an isolated incident and that the suspect knew the victims when he entered the home here on Pine Street and demanded money.
So I'm just grateful to be alive, honestly, and escape the situation.
The alleged victims of a violent kidnapping are sharing the terrifying details of what happened to them Wednesday night.
I was driving away and she waved me down and said, "Yo, the house is flipped upside down." So I came over here and checked out the house myself, and the house was all ruined.
The victims want to remain anonymous, but they say inside the Westminster home they found blood in the kitchen that belonged to one of the victims' mother who had been assaulted. The victims say two suspects, identified as Michael and Michelle Rodriguez, then walked back into the home and locked the door.
And that's when he had a gun in his hand, pointing it all at us to get on the floor and telling us what to do and whatnot. And that's when he pistol whipped me. And then later on, he pistol whipped her. He'd already pistol whipped the mom.
Westminster police say 3 adult victims, a 14-year-old and 6-month-old, were taken out of the home at gunpoint and loaded into this U-Haul cargo van. Authorities say Michelle and Michael took the victims to a Costa Mesa hotel where they were held until the adults were able to run away early Thursday morning.
He was in the shower, so it was kind of like the perfect time to run.
One of the victims was able to use a cell phone to call a friend who sent a family member to pick them up and drive them back to Westminster.
Police say the children were left behind. Authorities say the 6-month-old is the child of one of the suspects and is not considered a kidnapping victim. They say the 14-year-old is also related to one of the suspects.
They weren't the ones that were being threatened or hurt, you know, they were already in the good. They were saying that they weren't going to hurt them, so we already knew they were chilling. So we just had to make sure we got help back to the room.
The suspects, who are husband and wife, were spotted driving near the home and arrested. Police say a handgun and an AK-47 rifle were found inside the van.
It's scary as hell. I thought I was going to lose my life, honestly. I thought I was going to have, my brain blasted behind, the U-Haul, but thank God that didn't happen.
And as you just heard from the victims, they are relieved that things did not escalate and that they were not seriously injured. As far as the suspects, Michael and Michelle Rodriguez, well, they faced a long list of charges, including kidnapping, robbery, and child endangerment.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. And download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.